What's up, everyone? I want to talk about something that is one of the biggest challenges people face when it comes to health and fitness, and that is weight loss. I don't want to talk about getting lean for people who are already in good shape and are developing their physique because honestly, you guys are already healthy and you know what you're doing for the most part, but rather to the average person who finds it impossible to lose extra body fat and get down to a healthy body weight. And I'm not just going to say calories in, calories out. I think there's more to it than that. I think it's calories in times metabolism and calories out. Metabolism is something we have to take into account. It's very true that it's faster when you're younger and it does slow when you age. But if you're someone who's older, who's sitting back right now, nodding your head saying that it's your metabolism, then you're exactly the person who needs to hear this because it's these very thoughts that will keep you from losing weight. There's so many people who blame their metabolism for the reason that they're fat. And maybe you took the initial first steps, which would be to cut back on food. But now you eat so little that your metabolism is in survival mode, which has slowed even more. And then you still just blame your metabolism. And along the way, you tried all these fad diets that you know are fad diets because it's just common sense nowadays. That's a whole nother problem in itself, which is you're willing to put work into shortcut instead of just putting in the actual work that you know will work. It's absolutely absurd on how much effort people will put in to avoid the work they know they should be doing. On top of this, you're probably doing some piss poor fitness routine or trained with some certified trainer doing God knows what, but you're giving it your best effort, you tell yourself, and yet you're still fat and feel even worse. If that has struck home for you or anyone you know, then you need to hear this. And for those still looking for a shortcut or hack, I'm going to warn you this information is boring and sounds simple, but I can assure you it's better than any hack you'll find. So, first step, and you've heard this since elementary, is to eat a balanced diet of the macronutrients, which is going to be about 30, 30, 40. So 30% protein, 30% fats, 40% carbs. And eat mostly plant foods if you care about longevity. Eat 3 to 4 times per day so that your metabolism is constantly running. Eat until you're satisfied, not completely full, and it will help greatly if you can track all your food so you know what is working. Tracking your food, at least in the beginning, so you actually know you're hitting your macro goals and calorie goals to determine how much calories you need, and just simply weigh yourself each week and compare the calorie number to your weight and just adjust calories based on the change in weight. So if you didn't lose as much as you wanted to, obviously you need to cut calories up by a little bit. Don't do too much, but cut it by like a couple hundred, depending on where you're at. I don't want to even give a number because it all depends on the situation. And same thing, even if you lost too much weight and it's too aggressive, maybe you just cut too much. And another point I want to point out is that when your calories change, your macros, your macro percentage does not change. It's still going to be 30, 30% protein, 30% fats, 40% carbs. Obviously, plus or minus 5% within those ranges, but as long as you're within those ranges, you're good. And then after several weeks or months, you should have meal types, ingredients, foods, portions, and number of times to eat per day down. So you shouldn't have to track forever, especially once you're maintaining after you lose the weight. Tracking essentially tells you where you're at, and during this you should take mental notes, and over time you'll just know where you're at without tracking, because you've tracked for so long that you just know eating this many times per day gives me this. Eating a meal to this level of fullness is about where I need to be at. These things should be kind of mental notes you pick up over time to where you shouldn't have to track forever. For training, you should train at least 3 times per week. Doing cardio on the days you don't train can keep you active and strengthen your lungs and heart, while also giving you the benefit of burning more calories. The whole thing with people thinking you need to do excessive amounts of cardio to lose weight is just ridiculous, and it's really only based on marketing that's been pushed into your heads through various companies trying to sell cardio equipment to people who want to lose weight. And sure, this can work, but just doing cardio, in my opinion, is just doing it the hard way. If anything, I would rather see someone lift weights and do no cardio versus cardio and no weights. Your training should be focused on building muscle and getting stronger. The reason you want to build muscle is because your muscle uses energy, hence speeds up your metabolism. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you'll need to consume just to keep that muscle. If you ever wondered why these huge bodybuilders with under 15% body fat can eat over 4,000 calories per day, is because they need that many calories just to maintain their muscle and the weight that they're at. All of this to say is that building muscle should be your primary goal with training. And if you're one of those guys who says, well, I don't really care about building muscle, I just want to be healthier. Well, building muscle is getting healthier, so actually do it. Stop doing these athlete type drills and corny gimmicky exercises thinking that that's what's going to help. Sure, you may be burning calories, but you aren't building muscle. You must train, not just exercise. And there's a difference there. Exercising is just moving your body for the sake of moving and burning calories. Training has a specific intent, and you need to train for muscle growth if you want to lose weight. As you are keeping track of your calories and macros, watch your weight over time to see what it's doing and adjust your calories based on that. Once you get to the point where every week you are losing weight, then you know you are doing it right. Training should still be consistent, and you keep doing this until you are down to the weight you want. And something that's even better is that not only you'll achieve the weight you want, but you'll actually look good because you'll have muscle. Whether you care about aesthetics or not, having muscle on you looks healthy. That's my opinion, and I think most people would agree with that. People who just have a healthy amount of muscle on them, I'm not talking about getting huge or anything, but just looking like you have muscle on you, it looks healthy. So actually care about it. So to quickly recap, eat with the macros around 30, 30, 40, plus or minus 5, maybe probably 10%, but be around that range. This is just a good balance for how much your body needs of these nutrients. Then ideally track your food so these numbers are actually accurate and you know your calorie count. Adjust calories until you are losing a sustainable amount of weight per week that you can consistently repeat. That's a key thing there. Actually consistently repeat. So if you lose 10 pounds in a week, that's not consistent. You're not going to consistently do that every week. Then lift weights at least 3 times per week. Try to hit every muscle group twice per week and focus on building muscle. Muscle will increase metabolism, resulting in you needing more food, which if you are already restricting food, then that equals weight loss. Eat 3 to 4 meals per day. This will keep your metabolism and digestive tract moving, and eat until you're satisfied, not completely full. Make common sense food choices. You know what they are. You do not need me telling you, so just do it. And if you want to go above and beyond, try to eat mostly plant foods for your health and longevity. Progress your training over time. I'm not going to get into the specifics on that because I've talked about it before in past videos, and that's easily a whole video, multiple videos in itself. Finally, when you do hit your goal weight, maintaining is 10 times easier than the journey getting there. And you'll know what your body needs to maintain because you'll start to slip back if you stop doing certain things. So if you notice you stop doing certain things, you start slipping back, you know the line that you need to at least maintain at. But trust me, you'll try way less to maintain compared to what you did to achieve it. You can get away with not being perfect when maintaining. And finally, make this a priority. If this is some New Year's resolution garbage, just forget about it. This is going to become your new lifestyle. And if that turns you off, then I don't know why you're wanting to lose weight at all if you resist change. And if any of this resonates with you, I think you should check out my free guide that I have on programming for training that I leave in the description. It's just a Google Docs. It goes over kind of it gives you general guidelines for how to actually build a program for yourself that can carry you through probably several years of training. And if you are looking for more personalized attention to create a plan to achieve your desired physique, then I would suggest you check out my website and learn more about my online coaching. And I am currently taking a limited number of online clients for free just to get some feedback for a new software I'm using. And that will put together all the things that I've actually talked about here. So that's all I had for today. I hope that this video kind of maybe opens your eyes to see weight loss isn't as complicated as companies make it seem to be. It really isn't. It's really simple. It just comes down to consistency and doing things that you honestly already know. And you might need some assistance along the way to help guide you, which is fine. And the tools with tracking nowadays make it like impossible not to achieve your goal. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. And until the next one, take care.